If you're a burnout coach, there's a good chance that you have reached burnout yourself. You know exactly what it feels like, and somewhere in you, there's this pull to make sure that nobody else ever goes through what you went through. And because you know how much it hurts, you might find yourself feeling a bit funny or having a bit of the ick about charging for it properly. Now, you just want to help. So you keep your prices low. You build the little low ticket offers, the ebook, the freebie, the one pager, the PDF. You build the funnel because someone told you that funnels are how you get people in. Then a quiz, then an £11 thing, a £27 thing, a £33 thing. You have got one-to-one coaching, but the price moves depending on who's asking for it. You've got a signature program, but you flex the price on that too, around whoever is in front of you. And then you start to feel it because the low prices keep attracting people who want low prices. So you find yourself working longer hours and you are quietly resentful of your own clients. You've also probably got no idea where the next one's coming from. So you begin to tell yourself a story. You tell yourself that people don't want burnout coaching, that coaching's dead, that the market's gone. And then you find yourself doom scrolling, right? You begin to spend your own money. You buy the next course on marketing, you buy the next course on messaging, you buy something to fix your LinkedIn, something to grow your Instagram, and platform after platform after platform, you keep buying and you keep spreading yourself so thin that there is nothing left. And the worst part, you become terrified that if you step back from any of that, if you stop showing up, if you stop posting, if you stop being everywhere that all of the experts have told you that you need to be, then you're scared that the clients will dry up. When the truth might be that you never had enough of the right clients to begin with, or you've too many of the wrong ones, paying too little and taking too much. And here's one thing that we don't very often say out loud as burnout coaches, and that is burnout coaching is exhausting, right? By definition, we're working with people right at the edge. They're either at burnout or they're coming through it. And this could be, for many, many of them, the most vulnerable point of their lives. That takes energy. It takes holding space. It takes a focus that costs you time and energy and attention. And if you're running on empty while you do it, you're not going to last. And the likelihood is that you will be the burnout coach who gets to burnout. Now, if any of that sounded like you, this video is for you. So stay with me, because the way out of this doesn't involve building a single new offer. Now, I could give you a really tidy list, right? Pricing, packaging, energy, your hours. And your hours are really two jobs, right? You've got the hours that you need to be spending with clients, and you've then got the hours that you need to spend finding clients. And we'll come back to all of it. But if we only fix those, then really all we're doing is we're just rearranging the furniture. None of them is the actual problem. They're just where the problem is beginning to show up. The real starting point, point zero, is starting with two questions, right? Why are you here doing this work? And who exactly are you helping? And that's it. And here's the rule that comes with it, right? If something's pulling you away from those two answers, it's got to come off the list. And that doesn't matter if it's the funnel, the £11 offer, the third platform. If it's not serving the why and the who, it goes. Now, let me tell you something, because I have lived this. I've been doing this work for 13 years and I have added and added and added. New offer, new package, new course, new podcast, new blog. And when I look back at when I did all of that, it was almost always when I was struggling. Now, I live with mental and physical health conditions. These are a legacy of my own burnout. The first burnout that made me really seriously ill, and the second that nearly killed me. But when those things start to spiral for me, my mental and physical health, that's exactly when I start reaching. I think that I need a new solution, I need a new thing, I need more training, I need a different coach, I need a new course, a new program, a new something. I keep trying to grab for more, more, more. And the times when I have been at my best, and I don't just mean doing the best work, but with enough left over for my own health, my own family, my own life. Those weren't the times that I had the most offers, but they were the times that I was the clearest. I was clear on my messaging, clear on my pricing, clear on what I do and what I don't, and clear on what I am here to achieve. Which brings me to the 4 things I'd really like to invite you to have a look at. And they're not pricing and packaging, they sit underneath all of that, and they're what I call the 4 S's. The 4 S's are your state, your safety, yourself, and your strategy. These are the foundations of what I teach in Burnoutology. Now, when those are off, that's what quietly sends you back to burnout, or worse, back into the corporate life that you left to do this in the first place. So we're going to unpick these 4 things. We're going to start with state. This is your own nervous system, right? Are you regulated, or are you running on the same cortisol and adrenaline as the people that you are trying to help? Because you cannot co-regulate someone from a dysregulated body. If you're frazzled, the work will frazzle you faster. Now, I don't want you to fake it till you make it, right? That's inauthentic. So don't go promising things that you're not doing or that you can't deliver. But your energy and your state must be at the right level to attract, through your messaging, you need to attract the right people through your messaging with the right energy. And then you need to deliver in the sessions with the right energy, the transformation that your clients need. If you're desperate for clients, struggling with pricing, or feeling resentful about your work, then your potential future clients will see it and feel it immediately. And that's just going to continue to have the knock-on effect on your state and how you are showing up. The second of the 4 S's, safety. Do you actually feel safe? Do you feel safe financially, in your pipeline, in your boundaries? Because when there's no safety, you begin to scramble. And the scramble then becomes the ongoing offering of low ticket offers, the funnels, the platform hopping. And that's not a strategy. That's a threat response wearing a marketing hat. It's that bright, shiny object syndrome that where you continue to just go from coach to coach and program to program and offer to offer. You start to trust more of the experts that are going to help you to grow, and then find yourself financially stark, struggling, and not in a state of feeling safe. Now, if you don't feel safe enough to price for your expertise and your audience and then deliver value to your clients, if you don't feel safe enough to do this work or to show up on social media or to market your work, then all of this is going to come across. If you don't feel enough to coach and run your business without thinking that you will reach burnout again, this is also going to come across in every single thing that you do. Thirdly, then we have self. Who are you? Underneath the coach. This is the equation, right? Toxicity minus sense of self. If you've lost your own sense of self, you've nothing to hold the work with, because you can't hold a space that you yourself are not actually standing in. Burnout means you'll likely be on a lifelong journey of growth and self-discovery and personal rebrands and pivoting your work. This doesn't mean you have to have every single thing figured out, but you do need to know who you are at your core, your values, your mission, your drivers, your non-negotiables, because like it or not, these form a key part of how you show up, how you coach, and the level of growth that your own clients will experience. And then fourthly and finally, we have strategy. This is the clarity, the clear message, the clear pricing, a clear yes and an honest no. It's not about more offers, but it is fewer, sharper ones. And strategy is a thing that protects all of the other 3. How will you help your clients to grow and move forwards if you yourself feel stuck? If you have no goals, no vision, no clear path to get to where you want and need to be, how will you coach others to do the same? I genuinely believe that we cannot coach past our own ceiling. And I don't mean that you have to have been there and done that for all of your clients, right? I've coached top athletes. I'm definitely not a top athlete. I've coached TV personalities. I'm not a TV personality. I've coached over 700 leaders from all sectors. But I do mean energetically. Because if you stay exhausted and unsafe with no idea who you are and where you're going, then you'll be the burnout coach at burnout with no clients to pay those all important bills or to fund the burnout free life that you want to create from doing this work brilliantly. Now, if you want to become the kind of burnout coach that the world needs, the kind who lasts, hit subscribe, sign up for my daily emails, and I will see you in the next video.